Alright, so Central Cee just dropped his brand new track Bolide Noir with French artist JRK 19, and the beat's crazy, the sample's beautiful, and it's just another refreshing take on drill, merging a few styles together. I know some people like to say that drill's dying, but I feel like that bounce is just always going to be there now. It's just going to keep evolving. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make beats just like it, including where to find the samples, how to flip them, and how to get that same bounce. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so there's many different places you can find samples, but the problem is you don't really know which source is reliable. You don't know if you're legally allowed to use those samples, you don't know if you're going to get copyright claims or even strikes. So one thing that I've been using quite a bit over the past few years is Tracklib. Tracklib are essentially an online record store, and they have over 100,000 original songs on there. So it's not just loops that producers have put together, these are actual songs that go back from the 20s up until now. They have new arrivals dropping every Friday. You can browse through collections from your favorite producers, or you can just browse through all songs and filter it by the genre, the song key, the track type, BPM, and release year. A huge portion of the catalog has multi-tracks too, so you can even download the stems for some of these samples. And then if you want to officially release something using a sample, you don't have to contact the original artist, the record label, anyone. You do it all within Tracklib. We want to use a classical sample, so all I did was go to all songs and type in classic, and then I just browsed through some of the tracks until I found a composer I liked. I went onto his profile, and then I just browsed through some of the songs until I found one that I liked. From here, you can actually test the loops, play with the pitch, and even add some drums. So you can test out chops before you even use any credits. So downloading this sample only cost me 1 credit, and if you want 30 credits plus 3 days completely free, just click the link in the description. Okay, so I brought the sample into FL Studio, and usually the first thing I do is just run through the audio and see if there's any parts I really like. So I like that beginning. Like this part here. This will give us somewhat of a similar vibe. Even just looping that. So it's starting somewhere around here. So let's make a cut there. I'm going to bring this back. And I've got the BPM set to 135, which is similar to the Sense track. And without worrying about the timing yet, I'm just going to find the end of the part I like. Just seeing where it ends naturally. So it's somewhere around here. Okay, then let's turn on stretch mode. We'll hold Alt, left click and drag. I'm just going to bring this to the 5 mark, which means it's going to be 4 bars long. And we'll turn on the metronome. See if that's in time. See what I'm saying? This chop here is hard. And then if you need to fine tune it, you can just hold Alt, Shift, and use the mouse wheel just to bring it back and forth in case the chop's not perfect. Other thing we could do is just check with the BPM. Tracklib actually gives it us in the title, so we could click here, select fit to tempo, type in BPM, and we can see from the title it's 129. It's not always 100% accurate though, so don't always rely on this. Then we can play around with some chops too, and I just like to do it directly in the playlist. So let's hit C, we'll hold Shift and left click, we'll make some cuts here, then P to go back to the draw tool, Shift and left click to copy this. Let's see how this sounds. And now we'll bring this one in. Hard. And if we double click on it, we could even try and pitch it up. So I've got this set to stretch. We'll try it up too. So I'm feeling that. That could work. Could try some halftime too, you know. But it might be a bit too dark. For now, let's just cut out some of the lows of the sample. So we're not going to need that. Might cut out some of the highs too. About there. The other thing I want to add is some vocals, and the sample doesn't actually have any, so I'm going to have to use something like a contact bank. Alright, so I've pulled up Voices of Wind, and I'm just going to use this vocal phrase. It's going to sound crazy. Then we need one more. Or we could use this one instead. We'll process it too. Maybe just that note twice, you know, but with some delay and reverb. So we'll use delay 3, the time set to 8. Crazy. Then after 8 bars, these can come down. Yeah, mad. Okay, last thing I want to add to this is just some sort of electric keys. So maybe some Rhodes sitting underneath it. So we'll pull up Analog Lab and we'll go to my Alchemy preset bank. And we'll use the tape roads preset. Then we'll just draw out a chord. Bring it down an octave. And then it might be coming down to B, so let's draw a chord from here. The root note on top. Could invert this. Yeah, there we go. Just randomize the velocity too. Just gonna bring out some of these top notes a bit as well. And then we can also double up the bass notes. This is just to sit under it. I'm just gonna add a couple notes in the second half too. Just very subtle. Could also just make a couple cuts. Alright, now I'm gonna take all three of these, route them to another insert. I'm just gonna add some origin. Just to make them blend together. Okay, for the melody, I think that's going to be it. So let's get some drums in. And with the drums, there's a couple different parts. But we're going to start with the main drill bounce. So we're using my Dojo drum kit. We just want one that sounds kind of like a rim. Could use this Limelight one. Or even just this rims one. And you should know the drill bounce by now. It's just skip 2, skip 2, skip 1. And now we just want to create some space. So we're going to start by removing some. And then playing with the velocity. Because we're trying to create a similar bounce, but not just straight up copy the track. Let's go to my live percussion folder. We'll get one of these bongos. Let's grab this one. And then we'll grab something from the rim shot, just something light. Let's grab this heavy one. There we go. Could just switch this one up too. And if you want that main counter snare more like the actual track, just add a filter to it. Could just be a fruity filter and bring down the cutoff. Okay, next up we're going to go to my deep suite. We'll go to the Hydro drum kit. We're going to use a couple different 808s, but one of the main ones is just going to be a Z. Select to cut itself. We'll create a similar pattern. So we're going to start on the root note and then just come down. Usually it comes down octaves like this. But that might be a bit too low, so we could try this. Copy that. Just change up the ends. So we're going to have 8 bars of this main drill bounce, then it's going to switch over to more of a trap section. But I just want this simple drum fill in between. You don't want to go crazy with effects, we're trying to keep it vibey, but I think this one will work. I might layer it with this one too. Just going for light ones. But we'll cut the first half of this one out. Okay, so let's get this trap section in. So we'll start with the rim. We'll just grab a light hi-hat. Even something like this. And then we're just going to pitch it up a bit. So we could roll this one up. And again, I'm not just trying to copy the main one, so I'm just coming up with whatever bounces in my head. So similar bounce. Copy this. Then I'm thinking we could just add one reverse one here. Maybe we end it like this. Yeah, then we add that extra rim. let's add an open hat next. So we got this one because it's kind of unique. Let's grab this one too. And we'll grab one more. Gotta get that kick back in. Alright, the beat's almost there, but we're just missing one more 808. So we'll go to my 808 stash kit. And we'll grab the Detroit one. Just want to try something. Let's bring the sample down by like 3 semitones. That might be the one. Crazy. Just switching the 808 a bit too. That might be the one, you know. Sounds cold. This is only going to come in a couple sections like the original. Okay, I think that might be it for the drums, so let's do a quick arrangement. I think for the intro, we just add a filter. Keep it simple. Yeah, it sounds hard. Then we'll just gradually bring it off. Then we'll copy this out a couple times. Then we'll bring the 808 in halfway through. And then the kick in halfway through like this. Then just cut the counter snare here. Save that kick too. Just cut the 808 too. Then we can bring this version back in. And then in this part, it's going to be the hook. We'll have the trap section twice. So we're going to bring the keys in here, double this one up. And we're going to bring that Detroit 808 in. Then in this section, I'm just going to bring the filler up and then it can drop back down right before the hook. Then I think we just need a riser for the drop. And of course, my signature sound somewhere. All right, let's have a listen from the beginning. So just starting with the melody filtered for the intro. And then straight into the drill part.
J Cactus.
So I've kept the structure kind of similar. Trap part sounded crazy. And back to the drill part again. But this is more of a bridge with the filter coming in. So yeah, if you like this, definitely leave a like on the video and a comment below. And if you want more videos just like it, you click up here.